Sometimes we want to grade instead of on a percentage. We want to use rubrics to grade. And so Schoology provides a very efficient way to use rubrics for grading. So here's how you do that. We're going to go in this unit here, this test class, and we're going to add an assignment. And so let's say that the assignment is going to be to make a essay on Egypt. So here's your assignment. They're to write a 100-page essay on Egypt, and we're going to say that this is due tomorrow. Okay, you give them a long time to work. They've got till tomorrow to write a 100-page essay. And this is going to be counted as a test. Go to the grading options, check that out. Okay, now here's where you set it up for a rubric. Notice here it says Scale, Rubric. Pull that down to where it says Create New. Okay, you notice here these little indicators here look like little squares. That's rubrics. Okay, so create a new rubric. And this window pops up here. Okay, now you can give this a name. We'll call it Essay Rubric, because this might be something that you want to use. You can use this on a number of assignments. Once you create it, you can use it on other assignments. So now, the way rubrics go, you have the criteria down the left column, and then you have grading scales across here. Usually you have 4 levels. Okay, so we'll say that the first criteria is grammar. And say that proper use of grammar. And we can just leave this like it is. Now you can change these, and in fact we'll do that in a minute, but you could say instead of 4, 3, 2, 1, you could say, well, this is 25 points, here's 15 points, here's 10 points, and this is 1 point. However you want to do that, you can set that up that way. Okay, let's set up another criteria. I click the plus sign for plus criteria, and we'll say this is the content. Interesting content. And you notice that it defaulted to doing the same scale here, the same points, the same descriptions. Again, you could change these descriptions if you want. You could set it up however you want. You can change the point values. They can be different each time. Okay, so you could set that up. Let's do one more set of criteria, and we'll say that this is bribery, payment made to the teacher. And we'll say that for 50 points, that is $100 bribe. They get 25 points for a $50 bribe. They get 10 points for a $25 bribe. They get 1 point for no bribe. Okay? So that's our rubric. And you can give as many criteria as you want. You can add columns if you want. You can structure this however you want. But let's just leave it at that for now. And so we click Create. And it's automatically said, okay, it's going to use the essay rubric that we just created to grade it. Now, here where it says Show to Students, what that means is when the students pull up the assignment, they will see that grading rubric. They'll see that, and I encourage you to do that because we want students to know how they're being graded. You don't have to, but I encourage you to do that. So show that to students, and so then click Create. Okay, so here is your essay on Egypt that we just created. Now, let's see what this looks like from a student perspective. From a student perspective. Okay, we'll pull up the student, and okay, here is the essay on Egypt. Over here, shows up in his upcoming things. So essay on Egypt. Notice what I said. This shows him the grading scale so that he can tell what he's being graded on. He's going to be graded on grammar, content, and bribery. Okay, so he's going to submit his assignment. Okay, then he's going to upload a file. So he clicks here on the file. And I'm just uploading a random file here. Okay, so I click submit. It shows him that he has submitted it on time. Okay, so that's what the student does. Now let's go back to the teacher view. Okay, here's the teacher. Notice it says the teacher sees that she has one ungraded assignment submission. Clicks on it, it's that essay on Egypt. Okay, now here's the student who just submitted it. Click on that, and then here it shows the essay. Okay, like I said, this was just a random paper. But here's how you grade this. Notice up here you have grade, and it has this little indicator for the rubric. You click on that, and the rubric pops up. Then what you do, let's say that you decide he had good grammar, he had interesting content, and he paid you $100. Okay, I just clicked on each of those boxes. Now, if I decide that, well, this really needs to be 20 points, I can enter that manually. Okay, you can change that, but you can just click on the boxes if you want to do that. And it assigned the number of points over here. It totaled it up. You can also add comments if you want to say, you used their wrong too many times. Okay, so you've got that comment that's going to show up there. You click Save. There's the grade. They got 90 out of 100 on that. Okay. And I've showed you in another video how you can annotate papers. You can do that as well here. So you're done with that. And now let's see what the student is going to see now that you've graded it. Okay. The student sees up here in the notification a new grade was posted. So he pulls it up and he sees he got a 90 out of 100 on it. He can click on that and it shows the rubric and how you marked him, and he can see this comment over here. You used there wrong too many times. So this is how you would use rubrics in grading assignments, and I think it's a very powerful thing that you can do.